guys. How are you? Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Thank you once again for clicking on another one of my videos. I am back in the good ship Lucky today, and myself, Pirate. Oh boy, I think you can see that. Oh, he was hanging here like Spider-Man. Your timing is terrible, sir. With Pirate and Penny, I got both of the kitty cats in the van today. Yeah, we're doing okay. This is your first time in the good ship Lucky together, and we're heading off on a little solo camping trip, and we will see how it goes. So we just got some firewood loaded up, got the diesel full, we got a nice bottle of rum, and the weather is fairly decent, although the wind just started to kick up quite fiercely here in Calgary. So I'm excited to get the F out of Dodge and get to the campground where we're going. We should have some nice shelter there from the trees and whatnot, and we're just going to do our best to unplug, unwind, do what we enjoy doing, which is yapping at the camera, capturing some footage, lean into the photographer side of me, or I guess the videographer side of me. I just need to get out. It's not a, you know what, it doesn't matter. I just need to get out. From time to time, that's the best thing to do, is just unplug. Might seem like that's all I do here on this channel, but channel's got to have a focus, and there's lots going on in the background, and it is what it is. I'm now noticing that there's a smudge on my lens. My goodness. That's some quality content, quality content. Before we fire up the good ship Lucky, oh, you found your toy, did you? No, sir, that's for later. That is for later. You get your dirty little paws off of that. Get your butt back up there. Before we hit the road, I stopped at the UPS store. I had a couple items come in, one package from Amazon and a personalized addressed envelope to me. So I figured we would open these up first before we get on the road. You gonna be okay there, sir? Don't push your luck. Inside the Amazon pouch, we've got a from tag. This comes from Matthew. In case you need a can opener on your next trip, give one to Amber. P.S. I use my Swiss Army knife in a pinch. It has one of these types of can openers. Wes and Debbie from Wesley Shimizu. Oh, these must be those P38 can openers that I saw them, a bunch of you talking about in the comments section. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching out for me. And you don't need any more can openers around these parts. But maybe we can find a canned something or other for dinner tonight, and put those to use. And then also, there was a letter here, or a card from Diane Hewell. Hey, you want this mouse that bad? Here, come here. I just stopped at the pet store for them as well. What's this? Come on, come on. You want this? There you go, bud. There you go, bud. Is that what you want? Yeah, you ready? And go get it. It's over, oh my goodness. In this envelope, hello sir, we have, we've got a belated Christmas card from Diane. She says, here's to more laughs, smiles, and good times than you can count. Sorry about this very belated birthday card. You see, I meant to mail it for your birthday last year. A Canadian postal strike intervened, I believe. So I decided to send it this year. Another Canadian postal strike. Oh, that's funny. She wrote the dates in here. September 29th, 24, October 6th, 25, and October 16th, 25. She also included a postcard from Maine. The very pretty picture on it that says friendship at the bottom. Anyways, thank you very much, Diane, for sending me that card. That's very thoughtful of you. It did arrive finally on time. She wrote 40 plus on the bottom. All right, that's enough yapping. I say we get on the road, get these putty tats under control. You behave, otherwise your sister's gonna tune you in. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Just on debit, please. I'm not going to worry about the levelers. She's pretty level. Yeah, I clearly didn't tighten that the last time I had POS out. It's not as windy in here as I predicted, but there is still a breeze. There's always still a chance something could come along and really mess up your day when it comes to one of these awnings, but hopefully That's good enough. Hopefully we don't have to strap it down with its ties, but we shall see what the rest of the day brings. I don't think I'm going to put my ground mat down. It's just one night, and I'd be a little bit worried about dew in the morning anyway, although here in Alberta it's probably going to be too dry for any sort of dew. But I suppose I could get these smelly cats out to get the stink blown off them. You guys actually don't smell. No, you don't. But you should probably get your butts out here anyway. So we've got the queen herself here. We're going to let her have the tent, because if you know, you know about Pirate and this bloody tent. Get yourself in there. I will get you your blanket in a second. Yes, and Mr. Pirate, you were sent a new catio from Elsie and Tom, and this is our first time using it. Bring this out here. So thank you very much to you two. Oh, perfect. Yeah, right. This catio from Amazon even came with its own little collapsible dish. I mean, I think it's intended for water, right? But I definitely needed another bowl for them. Well, I say definitely. You just wouldn't have any cookies while I feed you two, because you guys have to have separate meat pucks. That's how I like to do things. Opposite ends of the spectrum. Brand new. And oh. Yeah. There's some wind, eh, Pirate? It's like I just said it or something. There's the trees. I know, the trees are dancing. He's so just like, what is going on? But with his one eye. All right, I'm gonna set you up there-ish. Come on, you wanna come out? Come on. Come on, brave boy. Good boy. You stay up there, okay? I'll give you the bed from the dashboard. Penny can have her blanket. Bring you over here, maybe. Now I'm really wishing I had a bigger awning. All right, Mr. Pirate, we got a nice blue catio for you. And I don't... there you go, sir. This is probably for the best. I don't think Miss Penelope is quite ready to share such close quarters with the new baby. Here you go, my dear, if you want. Here you are. Yeah. Excellent. Huh. Hi. She's like, oh God, I thought we were done with this nonsense. Pretty close, my dear. Don't worry. You'll be able to enjoy your retirement soon. But I definitely wanted to get both you and your new brother out camping together. And we'll see how tonight goes in the good ship Lucky. Do we have... No, Penny. It is far warmer than I thought it was going to be. I was panicking a little bit, mild panic, that I didn't have my my insulated pants back in the van after the trip to Banff, and the smoke that got into them. I washed them, and I don't know if I brought them back out to Lucky. So I was like, oh no, I'm going to be so chilly. It's oddly warm right now while I'm out here, and that is a-okay. Oh, you can hear the breeze coming a mile away. Rips through the trees, starts making them sway back and forth. Oh, that was just a little breeze. Just a little one, Pirate. It's knocking a bunch of twigs and shit off the tops of the trees. Awning's already covered in them. Feels so good to just do this. As much as I can, just come out and just switch off. I've had so much on my mind lately and so much stuff stressing me out. It's very important to just turn the ignition on as much stuff as you can. I just wanted to come out here and do exactly this. Just sit and be. Definitely gonna have to take in a bit of a walk later. That's for damn sure. Decided to say F it with those breezes that are coming in. Better than waking up with a broken PLS. Okay. Come on. Come on. Go in the van. Come on. Meow. I'm going for a walk, buddy. little smaller tonight just because I would like to keep it underneath the awning so we could have a little bit of the heat captured here. It'll create a nice little space of warmth. So I've seen how quickly that solo stove can turn kindling into a effing inferno. So we'll start with a few boards to begin with. How about you two? You guys want some dinner now? It's really early, but every time I come in here, you look like you're starving. Or at least you're behaving like you are. I know. I picked you up some more food for the good Chip Lucky penny. This one right here. We don't need the can opener for this, though. This one has a nice, easy open tab. Right? Why can't all cans be like that? Then we wouldn't have any problems. Ooh. Yes, can I help you? Take this one away for now. Make that one Pirates. And you, my dear, can have a nice healthy scoop off the top. Oh, hello, sir. You want yours? All right. That's going to be yours. You got to get that can. It's up here. There you go. Yeah, I know, hilarious, isn't it? There. Should we really get you guys bonding? You eat. No. Penny, you be nice. No, You don't eat his kitten food. You eat your old lady food. Did I separate it so you can't smell it? Come here, Pirate. There you go, buddy. There. Then you're not distracted. Quite a sweet treat of kitten meat. That sounded horrible. Yeah, there we go. I even went through the trouble of buying 2 more silicone, which is like silicone lids for their dishes. And for some reason, one of them ended up inside Tortuga. So I've got the one we'll use on the giant can for the giant putty tat. We'll just use a Ziploc bag for the teeny tiny kitty cat today. Still a large can, even for you, sir. You're still doing well. Yeah. You guys be becoming satisfied in your tummies? Excuse me, you did not clean your bowl. Pirate will take care of that for you if you don't move it. So yeah, well then you should get on that and move it. Yeah, she just give you what for coming back here and hijacking her spot? You gotta learn to share, my man. Yeah, that's right. She spent far more time in this van than you have. Here, why don't we let the lady rest? Come on. Yep, go. Good boy. Whoop, hold on to your butt. See, and us boys can hang out outside here. We got a fire going and everything, man. Look. You see? You see it, sir? Yeah, your sister is right here, keeping her eye on us. Did I lock this? Of course I did. She's not gonna be happy with me. Hi. How are you? That's a good girl. Yeah. You don't need to be up there. That was Stella's cat loft. Then it was Penny's, and it's yours when she's not with us. How about that? Good girl. Okay. Enjoy your slumber, my dear. You and me, we're gonna hang out right here, okay? Yeesh, eh? The breeze is helping. The breeze is probably making it look a little bit more intense than it actually is, but that's what I'm talking about. I just threw in, what, 3 more little pieces of kindling into that solo stove. We've got this crazy fire. I don't even know, buddy, if we'll be able to use the wood that we bought while this is underneath the awning, because, you know, well, yeah, it's warm, but it might be okay. Cozy little spot, isn't it? I guess I'm gonna have to make myself some dinner soon too. I think the awning can handle a big log, Pirate? I'll find out. Oof. Cross your fingers or your paws. Cross your little toe beans. I think we might be good. Yeah. Squeakers. Hi. There. Now I've ensured I don't bring any of this back with me. For those that might be curious, if you're new around here and you haven't seen a lot of my videos, when I have the cats in the vans with me, or the van, I only have one, their litter is wood pellets. And I actually brought the last of my overstock over just to sort of top up their litter pan with some fresh stuff. Wood pellets, I found, are an excellent alternative to any sort of like normal cat litter or anything. You know, when they piddle on them, turns to sawdust, and you do what I just did, which was sift the sawdust down into the bottom pan and then just chuck it into the bush. And then their turds are really easy to grab as well. And you got a nice smell of wood as opposed to, you know, shit. So it's a good alternative. I prefer the pretty litter for inside the house, but for in the van, yeah, that's what I've used for the entire time that I've had the van. Not that anybody asked. You want to talk about one of my biggest regrets in my van build, or I guess I should say my rebuild of my van build? This top-loading cupboard. Mistakes were made. Stupidest decision ever. Anyway, there we go. I actually had a fairly late breakfast this morning, and a large one at that, so I'm not very hungry just yet, so I'm not gonna force myself to make food. We've got patio lights we could use when it's time, when the time comes, if it gets too dark. So for now, I think I'm just going to enjoy some of the supplies that occupy the hold of the good ship Lucky. One of those things being ice blocks, apparently. Okay, yes, right there. Diesel and rum still stock the hold. As well as a big fat putty tat. Hello, darling. You want to come back outside in your tent for a little while? Are you eyeing up seconds for dinner? That is the kittens. I got my eye on you. You want to come back out? Yeah? Okay, come here. Huzzah! Oh, you're okay. Here you go. Get some of this schmutz out of your tent. There you go. Can move you a little closer. Hi-ya. There, if you want to enjoy the fire. Me and the kitty cats, once again. What more do you need? Yeah. That'll do. Get a little bit more. There we go. I wonder how they do in the same catio. Hang on, Pirate, you're gonna have a visitor. Penny, if it's terrible, I'm sorry in advance. And we'll bring it to a conclusion just as quickly. But, you know, you spend a lot of time in the other one with your sister. What better way to get used to your little brother? Oh, shush. You be nice. Welcome her with open paws. Oh, yeah. Hey. You be nice. You don't treat it like Thunderdome. Penny. I mean, to be fair, it is a small catio. Smaller than the one you shared with Stella. Hey. He's not even doing nothing. At least there's no bloodletting yet. So we're making progress. And there we go. Just a few minutes and a Patreon post later, I decided that's probably enough stress for everybody. So we'll just keep them away from each other. Penny probably appreciates not having him in such confined quarters, so baby steps. There's a nice big Mercedes van. Got the cats back in. They were both acting a little antsy. And the van's temperature is starting to drop. And now I'm realizing the heater is sounding very weird. Oh, good. That fan sounds very odd and it stinks. It's blowing hot though. Huh. Yeah, that's really loud for my heater. It's one of those things, you got a van build that you've done yourself and you've used one of those cheap Chinese diesel heaters. Keeps you on your toes. Uh-oh. It might be really keeping me on my toes tonight. Sounds like it just died. I better check that. Error 8. That's fun. Why are you erroring out on me? Now it's rumbling a lot. By the time I get my camera and bring you over there, it'll probably be cleared up, but it's blowing the infamous white smoke. Come here, I'll show you, maybe. I'm not gonna be arsed to run. That's interesting. I don't know why. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why that would be happening. I have had no problem with this one. But that's the one thing that's really frustrating about these heaters. When they have an issue, there's no usual this gradual indication that something's going to go wrong. It just goes wrong. So I used it in Banff the last time I was there, which was last weekend, and it worked no problem, but I got my diesel down really low. I didn't run out of diesel though. It didn't like choke out the system or anything like that. I shut it off and I just turned it on now after filling it up with diesel at the beginning of this video, and it was on high. So I'll let it power itself down so it stops making noise, because you can still hear the fan. The fact that my fan is making that kind of noise, I don't know if you can hear it with the mic. Probably can, in my experience. This mic's pretty good at picking up the ambient sound around me. That's not normal. That could be the fan bearings potentially starting to go. It's not going to be super cold tonight, but I like having the heater. So I'm going to let this completely shut itself down, and then we'll try firing it back up and see what happens. This is one way to kill time before I get hungry. All right, it's completely powered down. The fan is stopped. You'll notice we have error 8 on our diesel heater. Just going to turn it back on and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird error 8, because it got hot. It was blowing hot. Now I'm starting to think it might be the fan. Another thing I could do with that noise happening is I could check my air intake. Maybe it's clogged. There's no reason for it to be clogged though. There hasn't been any like muddy weather or wet weather or snowy weather or anything to kick schmutz up into the air intake. And I hate having to check the air intake, because I got to get on the ground and look under the van. But I'll see what happens on this startup. What do you say, Penny? All right, it all sounds normal now. The pump is pumping, the fan is blowing, it doesn't sound obnoxious. We've been through this 1,000 times, haven't we? You, little man, have not been through it once. See, this rumble down here now sounds normal. Right, that's the normal, that's the sound of just the exhaust. Granted, the fan's not at max speed yet. Here we go. Sounds like, oh. don't think the camera... Oh yeah, the camera's kind of picking it up. It is blowing out some exhaust. Who knows? Maybe it built up some schmutz out in Banff, and it just needs to go... But... Oof. Oh, it's getting much worse. Hey. Come on. Just backfire like Uncle Buck's car. Let's go. Just boom and get it out. This is interesting because in my experience in the past, this white smoke coming out of the exhaust, it happens when it's the glow plug hasn't started the system. I can tell from the sound of mine right now, it is running. So when I put my hand in front of that vent inside right now, it would be blowing out warm air. Oh, I think we might be good. It's cleared itself. Some people's kids. Hot exhaust. And that's a normal sound for my fan now. Super strange. Come back in here. Nope, and it's all systems go. Well, that's good. I wish I had answers, but all I can leave you with when this stuff happens is just, you gotta go through it. You know, there's only one way through hell, and that's to keep going. And I have done that a time or 15 with these diesel heaters. I'm just glad I don't have to do it right now. Well, look at you making yourself cozy on the new Rocky Mountain flannel blanket. You like that? Nice and soft, huh? Yeah. You'll always be fine coming back into the good ship, Lucky, eh? Just because you're fine with it doesn't mean you should be doing it, though, right? You're too old for this shit. Just like Murtaugh. Or maybe even Toby Keith. Not as good as you once were, but you're as good once as you ever were. It's not dark, but what the hell? Hey! I have to remember how awesome these are for the next iteration of whatever build I do, but I'm pretty confident that my next build is going to be a cargo trailer conversion. I've actually been eyeing up a few of them over on Facebook Marketplace for sale, and I'm pretty close to pulling the trigger, I think. And I'll have to remember to do these patio lights sooner rather than later, because I didn't have these until, well, now. And they are very cool, would have come in handy for sure over the years. Well, it's all systems go with the heater now. It's been plugging away for a while. I'm going to leave it run on full blast, and as always, I've got the passenger window cracked just a hair, and I've got the middle fan exhausting, so it's pulling the heat out of there, so the cats aren't, becoming shades of what they once were. And I'll let that go for a few more minutes, and then I'll turn it down. And for dinner tonight, as you saw, I'm gonna keep it very simple, very cowboy-esque. And while it would be great if I had a grill for my solo stove and keep things easier, I'm gonna have to use the propane stove, and we're gonna whip us up some wieners and beans. Okay, so I'm gonna try to use these new can openers that we just opened, like whatever they're called, P38s, but I've never used one of these, and I am all by myself out in the woods. Well, yes, there's other campers, sure, but I don't foresee this going great. I'm not 100% sure how they work. I also don't have reception to like Google it, as anybody in this day and age who doesn't know how to do something would do. There's a very sharp, pointy knife-looking effing thing. I imagine it's pierce and then push, right? Like you clip that in there and then twist. Let me see here. Oh yeah, okay, so then like this. Oh. Okay, and then when I pull it, do I have to just do this all the way along? Are you kidding me? Just rock it, turn the can. I mean, it's working, there's bean juice coming out, but I've already bent the can opener. I can't possibly be doing this completely correctly. I've already like, what? Leave it to me to like mangle this thing. Like, see, it's got this pointy end on it. Put it in the can. It's got this little grippy bit in the middle here. Grabs the can, and then you do this, right? But anyway, I think that's the intention. Thank you for sending these. I appreciate it. But this is a total monkey fucking a coconut situation. And why make it harder if I don't have to? Because I was also sent these. And quite frankly, this doesn't require a monkey or a coconut. Well, maybe just one monkey. Beans. Yeah, now nice and warm in here, huh, Penny? Yeah, that's a good girl. Okay, I need some wieners. I need to turn this down. There we go. Yes, it's working very well, making it nice and warm under here. Okay. Just gonna do this in a cast iron. Does anybody know how to stop this when you're like not in service, but you're kind of in service, and you get service and it says, "Oh, new voicemail." Like, no, I don't have a new voicemail. Stop telling me about it. It's super annoying. This is weird for me. I've never done beans on a cast iron. Every time I've made beans, I've used a pot. But I don't currently have a pot on me, which is fine. This will work no problem, but yeah. Whoop! We're making a mess. Let me turn that down. They don't need to be smoking already. I haven't had beans, let alone beans and wieners, in a very long time. Ooh, reason number one to sharpen your Leatherman. What the shit? Guess it's been a minute. That is a healthy looking wiener, my goodness. How many lips and assholes do I want to consume tonight? Yeah, maybe that many. Hey, success. No blood. Now it's fancy wieners and beans. Wow, just like that. It's a lot darker out here. I still can't believe just how warm it is, all things considered. Like, yes, I've got a fire going, but even out here, this time of year, I feel like it should be much colder. Let's not leave our raw dogs hanging out. Actually, I'm gonna need another one of these bad boys. Hi. You've commandeered the dashboard bed, eh? Oh, big stretch, buddy. Hi. Good boy. Believe it or not, it smells pretty good. Especially with this garlic and onion, black pepper, and sea salt mix from Clubhouse. That's why I really like these Jetboil stoves. You can really dial in the temperature and turn it down. Whereas with most camp stoves, in my experience, you know, it's either off or really, really hot. The Jetboil has treated me pretty good over the years for allowing me to simmer stuff. Don't be fancy about it. Just slop it in there. There we go. Excellent. 10 out of 10 meal for sure. Oh. As a wise man once said, bone apple tits. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's like a comfort food from my childhood. All right, this is a powered campground. It's a year-round campground, which is great. I don't really need to plug in tonight. I had full batteries when we arrived. I got the diesel heater running. I'll charge my laptop and run the lights. That's about it. However, since I'm paying for it, it's sort of a matter of principle at this point. Because this campsite was $51 or $52, which is just crazy. I only say it's crazy because when I came here for the first time after moving into the van, it was only 41 or 42, so it's increased that much in, good Lord, 4 years. So since I paid for it, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna use it. So there we go. Good ship Lucky now has shore power. 8:26. I'm already feeling tired, so I think we're gonna stuff the rest of this wood into the solo stove. A few less things to worry about in the morning. We're gonna let the fire burn itself down and then crawl into our tiny home on wheels and call it a night. I moved the solo stove over to more of the middle of the awning to hopefully capture some more heat because it has cooled down quite significantly as soon as you leave this space. Also, I've run out of Coke, which is a very sad day, so I'm gonna put that on the list for tomorrow. Lucky is out of mixer. That treks. That might be a little too dark to finish up the vlog in the good ship Lucky. A little bit of light, a little bit more light anyway, not just the fairy lights. So I am getting myself all sequestered inside here. I'm gonna grab my So Cozy cover up this side window. Oh, I'm gonna make myself all sorts of comfortable in the back of the good ship Lucky. I'm gonna call it a night. Penny is not moved from her spot on the Rocky Mountain Flannel Company throw. We're just gonna have to start calling it the throw because the other way is just a complete mouthful. Pirate has not moved from his spot up here on the dashboard, although you cannot really see him. It is very dark outside. I have not put my window blocker up on the windshield. That will be a first for the entire time I've ever had this van. Every single time I've slept in here, I've had that windshield blocker up. But for tonight, I think this will do just fine because I don't plan on sleeping in, so the morning light can wake me up when it seems or deems it worthy. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this. I'm glad that the heater's working. It's still chugging away. We got our hot air filling up the living space. We got our big fat putty tat over here. Hello, my dear. And the lights are looking all sorts of trippy because that's just the way they are responding to the camera. Oh, you woke up. Hello, sir. Hi, buddy. Are you jumping up on the bed? Yeah, see? Everybody knows it's time for bed. And the good ship Lucky is a great place for us to do that. So, from myself, Penny, Pirate, the one-eyed kitten, I bid you all adieu. Lights out.